again, and welcome to the latest edition of Building Relationships, where I am your Christian relationship coach, Jennifer Suggs, and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in one more time. I would love it if you would comment, like, and share. I would love to get a chance to talk with you, meet with you, and just have a little banter back and forth. Now today, what I wanted to talk about were love languages and why it's so important. I would say probably about a week ago, I made a post that talked about love languages, and I said this in my post. Hopefully I can find it. There it is. It says, do you know your love language and do you know your spouse's? How can love be communicated effectively without knowing the language? So I got some comments about that privately, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Now, in the story of Babel, I believe that is Genesis around the 11th chapter, God shows us how important communication is. And in the story of the Tower of Babel, people were getting together and they were building a tower for the wrong purpose. They were building, and they wanted to build a tower that would reach into the heavens. And God came down and he confounded their language. And he said, you know, if people get on one accord, they will be able to build anything. They will be able to create anything if they stay on one accord because they have the same language. But God decided that, of course, because their intentions were not good, that he was going to confound their language. Now, imagine this in your relationship if you guys are on the same page when it comes to language. Let me give you an example. If your husband or spouse or your boyfriend is in need of to be built up, if he is in need of some type of encouragement, if you don't know his love language, you can talk all day and it's still going to go over his head, or it's not going to make any difference. It's not going to influence him. It's not going to really encourage him, and you've pretty much wasted your time. For example, if your husband's love language is gifts, then you can talk and try to give him those words of encouragement, and he's going to be like, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's great. But if you found the time to actually buy a gift and offer that to him with the words, you would see a remarkable difference in what you just communicated with him, and vice versa. If you yourself know your own love language, you can teach that to your spouse, or you can share that in different ways. Because if your love language is words of encouragement and he continues to do things, I've heard this so many times in counseling or in coaching, that, you know, he pays the bills, he's very devoted, he does the things that he believes a husband is supposed to do because that's how he loves. But if the woman's love language is words of encouragement, then she doesn't get the whole feeling, and we're just wasting time, and our communication isn't as effective as it could be. So I wanted to encourage you today to start there. What is your love language, and do you know your spouse's? If not, have a creative conversation with your spouse about it. And see if you can learn about each other and hear each other and learn what it takes to communicate in that way that your spouse will get it and that you can maximize your impact on each other. Well, that is my time. Comment, like, and share, and I will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.